Kelvin, the play where Kingston slipped, down. What were you guys trying to run there, and how much?
Get in the paint and well, we've run all game. Same stuff we ran to go up 10. You get in the paint and get an angle. He just fell down.
Kelvin, how much do you think Emanuel's fourth foul kind of changed it? You guys were rolling offensively.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's our best shooter, so he was playing good, but those are two really good teams. I'm not going to sit up here and start making excuses. That's not what we do at Houston. We had our opportunities. I thought a big exchange was we missed the 1-and-1, and then Heisey makes the 3 in the corner with 2 on the clock. That's how you win. It's also how you lose. It's, we've been there on that exchange. We came out of a timeout and ran executed well and had a really good look, missed it. So we played good enough to win. I thought our offensive rebounding picked up the second half. Thought we had a good plan for most of the things. You're not going to take everything away. I think we did as good a job as you can do with Monsilovic. His length and his range. But I thought our guys did a good job there. But Iowa State's good. It's not an easy place to come and win. But when you put yourself in a position, it's disappointing. I'm disappointed we didn't win, but I'm not disappointed in our effort. Our kids tried hard, but those little things that we've always been good at. We've always been good at free throw blockouts because we really work hard at free throw blockouts. So that's disappointing. Stepping up and having the courage to, make the plays that need to be made. They did tonight, and we didn't, so give them credit.
Kelvin, when Emanuel went out, you guys, Isaiah hits that big 3, and you guys were able to get some momentum. What did you feel like was working there that maybe didn't?
Yeah, just getting in the paint and spraying it. We were matchup hunting, looking at certain matchups, and we scored. We both scored 40. What they have was we scored 40 in the first half. They scored 43, and we both scored 27 in the second half. But those are two of the top 5 or 6 defenses in America. We held them down pretty good in the second half, and they did a good job of holding us down too. But thought our kids fought. We've been in this situation a lot on the road, and sometimes the breaks go in your favor. The nights we win this game, we make the 1-and-1 and they missed the 3. Tonight it was flipped. We missed the 1-and-1 and they made the 3. Sometimes it's simple as that. But we have a ton of respect for TJ and this program, this fan base. I don't know what it looked like on TV, but anytime you get Hilton Coliseum on TV, that's usually pretty good for the Big 12. And I was proud of our kids' effort tonight. So we'll lick our wounds on this one and go home and get ready for another big one on Saturday.
Kelvin, Iowa State turns the ball over 3 times today. What was the biggest factor in them playing a clean game?
Yeah, I think we weren't able to get enough pressure at the point of attack on Lipsy. And we knew that they were going to try to go one-on-one with Jefferson against our freshman Sinak. But I didn't think that was going to win or lose the game because, you know, they're not going to just throw it to him every single time. And at end of the day, I don't remember what the numbers stated, you know, he was 4 for 10. Somebody told me before the game Jefferson would go 4 for 10. I'd take it. But I thought our kids fought at that. But they didn't run a ton of pick and roll. They weren't pick and roll heavy, especially on the sides. And teams that run a ton of pick and roll were usually pretty good at creating deflections and turnovers. But most teams turn the ball over more on the road than they do at home. I think coming into this game, we were number 1 in the nation, fewest turnovers per game. And tonight, we had 7, but that's twice as many as they had. So 7's maybe not so good tonight.
Time for a few more questions for student athletes. Go ahead, Chris.
Emanuel, how hard was that to sit up that long? And that fourth one, it looked like you were, you know, trying not to. Were you how conscious were you that you had 3, and you know what did you see there?
I mean, it's not an excuse. I mean, I was sit for a lot of the second half, but still got knocked down shots. You know, they did. You know, they made shots at the end of the game. We didn't. I feel like that was a difference. I don't think it doesn't matter whether I sat out or not. You know, it doesn't really matter. We lost. They made the plays down the stretch, and we didn't.
How much of a difference did the crowd make for you guys when you were trying to go on offense, trying to score, and just a wall of noise surrounded you?
It's not the crowd. Iowa State's a good team. They have a good defense, and so do we. I mean, it was 2 good teams. I mean, it was 70-67. You know, the crowd, it was maybe for them, maybe it helped them, but you know, we played our game. You know, I thought we played hard, and I thought we played smart. You know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know, they ended up on top.
Emanuel, the last couple of years, these 2 programs have played a lot of really classic battles. 2 games here, 1 in Kansas City. You guys won, obviously, last year in Houston. What makes these 2 teams play such competitive, physical basketball games?
I think it's just, you know, we have similar play styles. You know, we're both very tough, hard-nosed teams. You know, we both play great defense. You know, every year it seems like we're both top 10 in defense. So, you know, they rebound the ball well. They had some timely offensive rebounds, the same way we had offensive rebounds in the second half. So, you know, I just think it's the similar play styles clashing, you know, great coaching staffs on both sides, and, you know, they 2 teams with great players.
I know the effort that you guys give is something you take a lot of pride in. Iowa State does as well. Does that make this type of matchup more enjoyable to participate in, 2 teams that prioritize that at the top of the list?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, when you're out there, you can feel, you know, the competitive nature of both teams. You know, I feel like we were really going back and forth with our defensive stops the whole game. I feel like we just didn't bite down on the little details that we needed to in the second half. Like Coach said, free throw line blockouts. You know, they had 3 crucial offensive rebounds after, you know, a missed free throw. And I feel like, you know, if we don't give those up, we probably win the game. So we just got to get better, get back, and get prepared for the next one.